We're just in time for the Hootenanny. This is Boston University, the way it looked back in 1839. Tonight, Boston University is the host to Hootenanny. Hi, I'm Jack Linkletter. To show you that progress has been made, this is a model of Boston University today. It's in the heart of Boston, and it stretches out along the Charles River. This Law and Education building is very close to completion. The University Library, they're going to start construction on that very shortly. And this is the recently finished George Sherman Union. And it's in this building, the ballroom, where the Boston University Folk Bands and the Chad Mitchell Trio are getting our Hootenanny underway. Later on in the show, we'll be hearing from Joe Mapes, the Big Three, comedian Woody Allen, and that's just to name a few. So right now, let's get on with the Hootenanny.
Hootenanny Saturday night, we'll raise the roof and we'll rock her with song. Fill out the favorite, sing it loud and strong. Come and bring your lady all along. We'll have a Hootenanny Saturday night, and if you think we'll be rowdy around, we'll hoot and holler and raise almighty Cain every Saturday night. Every Saturday night.
Mike Settle is from Oklahoma, and he's part Creek Indian. Mike has a big thing going now, in fact. He's campaigning to get the Indian head back on the American 1-cent piece. His reason, he says, we Indians need the money. Mike's songs run a gamut from those with a rollicking sense of fun to lovely, tender ballads like Sylvie.
Can't you hear me crying? Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Well, Sylvie say she loved me, oh, but I believe she lied. Well, she hasn't been to see me since the last day of July. Sylvie, oh Sylvie, I'm so hard and dry. Sylvie, Sylvie,
The majority of folk singers are really pretty clannish, and according to the Chad Mitchell Trio, their friends very conveniently fall into two categories. There are those who are the pros who unearth good old folk ballads, and there are the others who write good new ones. Well, they have a Chicago friend, Roy Inman, who's in the second group, and he wrote a very fine tune for them in the characteristic Jubilee style. It's called I Feel So Good About It. There's also another name, Sinbound Train, the Chad Mitchell Trio.
I just got off that sinbound train. You know I'm never getting on again. I feel so good about it. Must tell the world about it. Wanna jump, shout it. Talk to my friends about it. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'll do.
People stop and ask me how I know. I look at them and say, he told me so.
I feel so good about it. Must tell the world about it. Wanna jump, shout it. Talk to my friends about it. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'll do. He's my rock, he's my guiding light. He's always with me and he treats me right. I feel so good about it. Must tell the world about it. I wanna jump, shout it. Talk to my friends about it. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'll do. He builds a house there with a pole, opens the door to us on the morning. I feel so good about it. Must tell the world about it. I wanna jump, shout it. Talk to my friends about it. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'll do. I just got off of that sinbound train. You know I'm never getting on again. I feel so good about it. Must tell the world about it. I wanna jump, shout it. Talk to my friends about it. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy, Lord, I don't know what I'll do.
I was born about 10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in this world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses, and I'll whoop the guy what says it isn't so.
And now I'm just a lonesome traveler, a great historical bum. Highly educated, through history I have come. I built the Rock of Ages, it was in the year 01. And that's about the biggest thing that man has ever done.
I saw Adam and Eve driven from the door. I'm the guy that picked the fig leaves that they wore. And from behind the bushes peeping, saw the apple they was eating. And I swear that I'm the one that ate the core.
You know the Garden of Eden? Now I built the Garden of Eden, it was in the year 02. Joined the Apple Pickers Union, and I always paid my due. And man would sign the contract to raise the rising sun. And that's about the biggest thing that man has ever done.
I taught Samson how to use his mighty hand. I showed Columbus to this happy land. And for Pharaoh's little kiddies, I built all the pyramids. And to the Sahara carried all the sand.
You know the pyramids? Now I was straw boss on the pyramids and Tower of Babel too. I opened up the ocean, let the mighty children through. I fought 1,000,000 battles and I never lost a one. And that's about the biggest thing that man has ever done.
I taught Solomon his little ABCs. I was the first one to eat Limburger cheese. And while floating down the bay with Methuselah one day, I saw his whiskers float in the breeze.
And now I fought the revolution that set this country free.
It was me and a couple of Indians that dumped the Boston Tea.
I won the Battle of Valley Forge.
The Battle of Bull Run.
And that's about the biggest thing that man has ever done.
Well, Queen Elizabeth, she fell in love with me. We were married in Milwaukee secretly.
Milwaukee?
But I got tired and shook her and joined up with General Hooker to go and shoot mosquitoes down in Tennessee.
I was born about 10,000 years ago. There ain't nothing in this world that I don't know. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing Ring Around the Roses, and I was the guy what says it isn't so. Now I'm just a mountain traveler, a great historical bum, highly educated, through history I have come. I built the Rock of Ages, it was in the year 01, and that's about the biggest thing that man has ever done. I'm just a lonesome traveler, a great historical bum, highly educated, through history I have come. I built the Rock of Ages, it was
very talented Joe Mapes is following one of the best folk singing traditions by giving a song an individual touch, by making it her own. Not long ago, she heard and fell in love with just a fragment of an old-time ballad called Red Clay Country. Well, she tried to find out more about that song, couldn't find out all the lyrics, so she combined it with another melody known as Chilly Winds. The result is this distinctive version, Joe Mapes and Red Clay Country.
I'm going back to the red clay country. I'm going back to the red clay country. I'm going back to the red clay country. That's my home. Sweet daddy, that's my home. Now who's gonna be your mama when I'm gone? Darling daddy, yes, who's gonna be your sweet mama when I'm gone? When I'm gone to my long, long lonesome home. Now who's gonna fry you your bacon and your beans? Darling daddy, yes, who's gonna fry you your bacon and your beans? When I'm gone to my long, long lonesome home, I'm going back to the red clay country. I'm going back to the red clay country. I'm going back to the red clay country. That's my home. Sweet daddy, that's my home. You'll live alone. Sweet daddy, live alone. Live all alone. Sweet daddy, you'll live alone.
For your own enjoyment, make a note of the Big Three. They're a brand new folk group, but they're already living up to their name. They're going to be really big. And reading from left to right, first we have Tim Rose, in the middle Cass Elliott, and at right Jim Hendricks. They're coming on with their stop-down treatment of an old mountain hoedown. Come along, the Big Three.
Come along, everybody, come along. We're gonna hold down tonight. Come along, everybody, come along. Big ball on Saturday night. Well, I work all day from morning till night, plowing them fields of corn. Come Saturday night, I head into town. Hit me a girl on my arm. Come along, everybody, come along. We're gonna hold down tonight. Come along, everybody, come along. Big ball on Saturday night. Well, I live all alone on that green mountain top, just my mule and me. Well, one of these days I'm heading to town, gonna swing me a girlie round and round. Corn grows on a mountaintop, corn grows on a hill, but the sweetest corn I ever did see is the corn I get from my still.
those rare artists who's equally at home in any medium, whether it be the Broadway theater, a coffee house, or a concert hall. Here is the excellent Leon Bibb.
The major means of transportation across the plains was by ox cart. There would be a long, flatbedded wagon, 12 or 14 oxen strung out in front, and sitting atop this whole rig would be an ox driver, cracking his whip and yelling the oxen across the plains. On the 14th of October, oh, I hitched my team in order, oh, to ride to the hills of Salado. Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timorodeo, ha, Timorodeo, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio. I pop my hook, I bring the blood, I make my leaders take the mud. We grab the wheels and we turn them around. Oh, one long pull and we're on hard ground. Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timorodeo, ha, Timorodeo, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio. Oh, when we got there, the hills were steep, 'twould make a tender person weep to hear me cuss and pop my whip and to see my oxen turn and slip. Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timorodeo, ha, Timorodeo, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio. When I get there, I'll have revenge. I'll settle my family among my friends and say goodbye to that whipping line, and I'll die no more in the wintertime. Timoro, Timoro, Timorodeo, ha, Timorodeo, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timorodeo, ha, Timorodeo, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio, Timoro, Timoro, Timoradio.
dreadful place. It's a place that's never green, where there's ice and snow and the whale fishes blow, and the daylight seldom seen, brave boys, the daylight seldom seen.
Mr. Lockmiller and Jim Connor are well known to folk audiences in New York, London, Paris, as well as they are to the folks back home in Gadsden, Alabama. Recently, these boys became producers. They put on the first Great Southern Folk Music Jamboree, and this was held at the fairgrounds in Birmingham. Here was just great. They sing with kind of a down-home zing. Alan Lomax describes it as folk music in overdrive, I think very apropos. Richard on guitar, Jim on banjo, singing Feast Here Tonight.
Rabbit in the log and ain't got my dog. How will I get him? I know. Get me a drawer and twist in a star. That way I'll get him. I know. Well, Lord, I know. Yes, I know. Yes, Lord, I know. That way I'll get him. I know. Get me a drawer and twist in a star. That way I'll get him. I know. Down the road up ahead, there's no farmer's shed. That's where I rest my weary bones. Down the road up ahead, there's no farmer's shed. That's where I rest my weary bones. Oh, Lord, my weary bones. Bibb, go fish
baby, but I ain't gonna be your dog.
Well, dawn's coming early, night's gonna fade away. I said dawn's coming early, night's gonna fade away. Ever see your rider coming, baby, about the break of day? I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know she's gonna miss me from rolling in her arms. I know my rider's gonna miss me when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
The water is wide, I can get on, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I leaned my back against some young oak, thinking it was a trusty tree, but first it bent and then it broke, and so my love proved false to me. Oh, love is fair and love is fine, gay as a jewel when first it's new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. The water is wide, I can get o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and
The Chad Mitchell Trio's song, Ba'i Ben, is a traditional Israeli song of rejoicing. It praises the deeds of an Old Testament hero named King Uzziyahu.
Bye, Hey!
Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way.
Think I'll go out to Alberta. Weather's good there in the fall. Got some friends that I can go to working for. Yet I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through that 100 times or more.
Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change come what may. But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I look for you if I'm ever back this way.
If I get there for the snow flies, and if things are looking good, you could meet me if I sent you down the fair. But by then it would be winter, not too much for you to do, and the wind sure blows cold way out there.
Four strong winds that blow lonely, seven seas that run high, all those things that don't change come what may.
But our good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way.
As everybody knows, the peak of a hootenanny is when everybody sings. So why don't you join the Chad Mitchell Trio, Leon Bibb, Joe Mapes, Mike Settle, old Richard and Jim and the Big Three, and sing along with the Boston University students, Singin' Cindy.
Where's the summer old banjos who's whistling on the floor? Get the road, Cindy, get the road, get the road, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get the road, Cindy, get the road, get the road, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. If I was a sugar free, I'd say